Hey everybody, this is kind of just like a laid back vlog today. I'm going to tell you about my weekend, which was pretty interesting. I performed my first Shakespeare performance with another man. And actually, I had quite a difficult time performing Shakespeare with another man. You can see it. Trust me. It does require a credit card. But let's back the story up a little bit. How did I meet this guy? So I had actually heard of this guy right before last Christmas. My ex and I had broken up. And out of the blue, I got this message from a club promoter. He was like, "Hey, do you want to serve shots at this New Year's party? You'll make a ton of money." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then, I was like, "Well, what do I wear?" And he's like, Calvin Klein underwear. And I was like, "Yeah, what else?" That's it. So I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I'm I'm an in shape guy." Okay. And then, he starts saying like, I don't know if you're LGBT friendly. Some people might be grabbing your ass. I'm like, wait, hold, this is a gay bar? Turns out not only that, it was like a drag performance at a gay bar. And I was like, hey, out of curiosity, who referred you to me? And it was another one of my ex-girlfriends, not a non-trans one, very, very pretty girl we'll call Cassie. The message, I was like, "Cassie, what the hell, man? Like, what are you trying to say about me?" Exactly by referring me. I don't know. I thought you'd like it. And, I thought about doing it, but then me and my girl started talking again. And I wondered, like, I didn't really need the money at the time. And I kind of blew it off. I felt, to be honest, I kind of ghosted the guy. I got in my head about it. I was like, man, I don't know about that. I was going to do it for a minute though. But then, I knew the guy. Anyways, I had saw the guy's pictures, and he's like male model, a literal male stripper, like flying around the U.S. every weekend to do male stripping. So he saw how much, because we were friends on Facebook, he saw how much OF has changed my life just in a few weeks. I had this place before that from my other work, but that had slowed down, and now this money I'm making with OF is like life changing. It's amazing, and I need people to work with. So he hit me up because he said, he's been really getting into like the more modeling end of stripping, and he wants to get his OF off the ground. And he saw, mine's doing quite well with the numbers. We actually are going to record a YouTube video of us working out. I'll bring my camera tomorrow because we're going to a photo shoot, so I'll get some footage with him. But he saw my stuff and he wanted to, collaborate. So it kind of came out of the blue, man. I think I had like 1 day's notice, and I brought it up. So YouTube doesn't know this, but I am, seeing my ex again. I brought it up to her, and she was not thrilled with the idea. And I was like, why? Like, I'm not into this. And she's just like, gay guys. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when I said people don't like masculine gay dudes. I don't get why. He seemed pretty nice to me. Anyways, she's just like, hey, he's stealing. I don't know if it was like stealing my man type thing. And I'm like, I'm not into it. But anyways, I was like, I'd kind of prefer it if you were there. Like, I think it would be easier for me to get into it if you were there. And she said that, made her feel reassured. And I'm like, what do you think's going to happen? But she understood, like, this is my job and it could be like a really big opportunity. I don't have the same opportunities she has. It's just the truth. With the felonies, it really puts a limit on things. And I kind of got permission to do whatever with her. And I was in my head about that. I was like, wow, I've kind of like done all those things with her, but that's still a pretty big leap to make when it's like dude who looks like me, but I'd have her there with me. So that was cool. So finally, he gets here late at night. I got all my lights set up, my cameras. I got a literal, the black casting couch. I don't know if you've seen the footage. It for real looks like that casting couch stuff. But anyways, he gets over there. He's like, yeah, he's like an Adonis. Like, I'm in pretty good shape, but he just has like that, that GQ men's health fitness look. I got a little more rugged shit going on. I'm the everyday dude who got in good shape. And I think that's what people like. Anyways, he was a professional. he's he's probably got even less experience than me, but we kind of got right to it. And you know, I don't know how to say it on YouTube, but let's say I had a hard time remembering my lines. I had to, I'd have my girlfriend actually come in and help me remember my lines, if you can believe that. But then the scene ended up looking really good, man. We cut promo for it, and I've gotten great feedback on it. It's done really amazing, and I can't wait to put more content out there. It's a crazy thing, man. I never thought I'd be doing this with my life. I never thought I could. I was never like, you know, it's funny, man. In jail, how many? And you don't even have to be in jail. How many times have we had the conversation? Would you S a D for $1 million? And there's always the guys like, no, for $1 billion, no. And in jail, we'd be like, would you S a D for a parole right now? And people would be like, no. And it's like, man, I'd do it to get out a day early. You know, keep it real, man. It can't be that bad for like something major. You know what I mean? For something majorly beneficial. And for me, you know, that right now this OF money is majorly beneficial. So yeah, I'm willing to do it. So it was kind of interesting. I got, you know, all geeked up to do it. And then, so the guy gets here. This is the funny part. And he's, I assume a bi dude. I won't get into it. You know, I don't know how much he wants to share. Anyways, he gets there and it turns out his boyfriend won't let him do anything, with touching. So to be honest, I was kind of like, you know, okay, you know, don't be wrong. I was kind of like, is this going to be okay on the money end? Will people be okay with that? But then I was thinking like, you know what, people probably, you know, I can probably work my way into like full contact Shakespeare. I can just do like, you know, Othello for now. I don't know any, I don't know too many Macbeth. I don't know too many Shakespeare references. Yeah, so I was like, whatever, we made do. And yeah, it ended up being pretty good. But it was interesting that, you know, he was the bottleneck. I don't want to call him, you know, it turned out great. But it was interesting that it was a hang up on that end. Like I thought for sure it would be something with me, but it ended up going well. And I look forward to I look forward to the work. Like it's not a great time for me. What's amazing to me is like putting all this work into editing videos and doing promotion. Recording these is fun. Writing these is fun. YouTube's fun, man. And having creating something that people want to see, seeing those numbers go up and seeing that people actually want to pay money for it. I've never been good at anything, man. I've said this a million times, but I wrote a whole book damn near and my family has never asked to read it. So I wrote that. I wrote for years posting just to the internet, and it was crazy to get these beautiful comments like saying you're so, you know, you're a great writer, you're a great storyteller. And then in my personal life, you know, I'm just being told how bad I am, how I don't measure up. You know, there's a weird thing where I feel like after I got clean, I really didn't get treated that different from my family. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did, but it just seemed like it was replaced with something else. Like instead of yelling at me for really hard addiction issues, I would get yelled at the same amount for smoking weed. And, you know, when I was not working then I'm getting yelled at for not working now. And now I have this thing to make life-changing money, and, you know, my family hates it, and I get not being cool with it, but you know, some of the things that were said are ridiculous. Man, I don't know if I want to talk about this on YouTube. So I have footage. I fainted on cam, and like my family comes up and like yells at, dude, it's bad. I couldn't even watch the whole video. It's like a dark look into my family life, like yelling and all that shit. And that's the one thing, man, like I have empathy. Like I used to laugh when people say triggered, you know, what a snowflake, triggered. But I got my own triggers, man. I fainted talking about HIV. I fainted like 5 times in my life. 4 of them were talking about HIV. One time, and the other time was in Saw 2. Yeah, I fainted in the opening of Saw 2. Didn't even make it through the opening. But yeah, the one time I was thinking about it, I fell down. The other time was listening to something about Charlie Sheen talk about it. I fell down. A dude I was with in treatment got diagnosed. Like fainted in the chair. But anyways, on stream, people are talking about it, and I literally say like, man, I've fainted talking about this before. And then I faint on camera, and my family comes up and yells at me. And it's so bad, man. I showed it to a friend because I couldn't watch it all, and he's like, man, that's rough. And I got the footage. I'm thinking of releasing it and slapping a watermark on it because I feel like it could go viral. It's one of those like messed up videos, man. Where I'm at, 10 minutes. Yeah, so I just want to give more of a vlog on my life. I don't like to talk too much about the adult stuff on YouTube, but I'm just I want to give you guys an update on that. And I figure since I have quite a big LGBT audience, they would be and they're always asking me, did you do anything in prison? Did you do anything in prison? Well, now I finally did something outside of prison, and you can potentially see it. www.straightfelon.com. Man, I tried to have my mom record some promo with me. Was not very cooperative. I was like, okay, read this. And it was like, he came out of me. Now watch him come in. No, I'm not reading that. She ran away. I'm like, Mom, I need this for money. Tell me what kind of videos you want. So I like to do my topical videos, but tell me what kind of like simple videos you want. Like I've had like apartment tour, like, what I eat in a day. So I'm thinking of doing something like that. Please like and subscribe. I don't like to say that shit. www.straightfelon.com. I just like, people know where the buttons are, people. Like they're going to do it or they're going to not. Like I appreciate it when people do. I'm not going to clog up my video with it. Thank you all. Thank you so much for this. Like, it's beautiful to be able to pursue these projects. Thank you so much for your support. Everybody have a good night.